India Ashley, and this is Now That's Fab. And what I want to do is revamp it a little bit. It's still going to be fashion. It's still going to be beauty. It's still going to be fun, but I'd like to address some real dialogue within the fashion industry, which I think would be fun for everybody to vent and be able to express their personal feelings. So today we have Ty Naomi. If you guys can see her, she is a photographer from Flint, Michigan, and I love her work. She has great work. And we were going to just discuss today today's topic, which is Detroit fashion industry, crabs in a barrel mentality. And so I was just telling her I didn't have my speaking notes, so I'm going to try to go with the flow as much as I can. But before we get started, I want you guys to get to know a little bit more.
Wouldn't have been able to connect with before. And I've met some great people through that. I've met you through Facebook.
Thank you.
But like you said, you will have people who have never met you before, who don't like you because, oh, you're a photographer? Well, how long have you been shooting? And you're not as great as I am, and blah, 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 blah. You know, you can share your ideas, and you have to be careful with that. You don't want to share too much of what it is that you want to do or what it is that you plan to do or whatever, because there are people who steal ideas. There are people who even try to befriend you or, I don't know, seem as if they're a good associate just to try to manipulate what it is that you're trying to do or try to sabotage it.
Naomi, photographer from Flint, Michigan, and she was leaving off at basically our next question. How do you protect yourself while networking with new people?
Issues. I've had an issue with a model who has worked with another photographer who would share all of my ideas from the shoots that we've had planned, that I had planned for this model. She would share all of my ideas with this other photographer and whatnot, and I had to try to explain like why that's a big no-no.
Exactly.
You know, and I'm a new photographer.
Oh, well, we're back with the very end of Now That's Fab, and I was talking to Ty Naomi while I was resetting up the camera to record, and I was saying we want to finish off with some positive, because though there is a stigma about the Detroit fashion industry, I will say that it's a lot of opportunity here. And that's the saddening part. It's a lot of opportunity. It's a lot of talented people. I mean, it's a lot that we really could do more if we came together. So on a positive note, leaving off, what type of mantra would you leave for new photographers wanting to get into the fashion industry? What type of advice would you give anybody coming into the Detroit fashion industry? Kind of words to live by.
Your network is your net worth.
That is very important, that regardless of what people think about you, where you're starting at, you know where you're going, and just be willing to put in the work, be present, and just do you, because nobody can take away, who you are, so just do you. And I do it for fun, so the money gonna come. It's not about money. It's not about status. I do it for fun. I've always been this kind of person. So I love what I do, and it gives me a certain sense of satisfaction. So as long as you're doing the right thing, you're doing it for the right reasons, you'll always be going in the right direction. So keep your head up.